Everybody, welcome back. In this video, we're going to be talking token acquisition. In yesterday's video, we focused a little bit on the series drops. Should you spend on stuff that pops up in the store based on when they might drop because of how many tokens you might get? So today, I really want to put something out there that talks about how many tokens you might get. If you see any of the math that we're going to jump into here that seems a little off, please comment below. I'll absolutely redo this video. And honestly, I could see token acquisitions changing over time because frankly, I don't think it's high enough based on what we get in game and what they give us as far as new card releases. So let's jump in and look at the numbers. So yesterday's video was all about that series drops. I was talking about there was a pattern essentially that based on their releases, this is when you could expect them to drop to 4 and 3, so on and forth. So this really leans into, well, if that's when something's going to drop, then should I wait to spend my tokens on those sort of things? And accompanying that needs to be, well, how many tokens am I getting? And we're really going to look at that based on how much you get per month. Now, a thing to keep an eye out for is how many new cards do we get a month? You know, it can vary. There's certainly some months that here was 5. You know, February we got 4, March we got 4, and then again in April we're expecting 4, and then again for May. Now, some of these are in the season pass, right? So you're looking at 3 that you're talking about with tokens, right? So, and sometimes there could be 4 with tokens, which that's a lot. I mean, you're talking about a brand new card at 6,000 tokens, 24,000 tokens for a month. I mean, holy cow. Now, obviously, you're not going to want to get every brand new card. I still think in general, the game should allow or make it reasonably easy, or maybe not easy, but more reasonable to be able to get these new cards. Because, I mean, even at 18,000 tokens per month. All right, let's look and see what you get per month. So, of course, I've got a spreadsheet, right? Now, I've listed all of the different ways you can get things in game. I have this spreadsheet used for my credits, for my gold, all that sort of thing. And I'll do stuff on that later. But these are the basic ways to get stuff. Well, you don't get any tokens from any of these. No daily missions, no weekly challenges, you know, season pass, no free daily, no rank climb from 1 to 70, and no collection track guarantees. And what I mean by collection track guarantees is when you're going through this collection track, you can get credits and then you get boosters, right? So those are really the only guarantees. I have the reserves we'll look at here. When it talks about collection track averages, that's when we're looking at these boxes because you never know what you might get from it. So that's when you get down here to the collection track averages. So all of the regular methods to acquire something in game is 0 for tokens. Then you start looking at the collection track averages. With tokens, you've got to break this up into 2 different groups because you've got pre-Series 3 complete and post-Series 3 complete, and it's different. We're pulling up the graphic that they've got out there specifically for the tokens. You can see in the reserves here, in this section here, if you're in complete Series 3, then you have an 89% chance to get a Series 3 card after the initial 25% chance. Each one of these 1, 2, 3, 4 is a 25% chance, and then within that 25% chance, you have an 89% chance to get a Series 3 card. If you are Series 3 complete, that 89% chance for a Series 3 card changes to an 89% chance to get 100 tokens. And then you've got the token reserve, which is a 25% chance to get 200, 300, 400, 500, or 600 tokens. We'll go through that in a second. That's it. There's no tokens in the caches. It's it. If you're in the collector cache section, you've got the 25% chance to get the 200 to 600, which is similar to this one here. And again, we'll look at that. But the main thing that we're going to focus on is pre and post Series 3 complete and how those 100 tokens may change things. So we've got the 2 sections, pre and post. So I'm going to drag the spreadsheet over to the side here. So in this section, you can see I've got the 25% chance plus whatever within each section. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got different sections. So it's 25% chance times 20% chance, which overall gives you about a 5% chance for each individual one of these. The dev says it averages out to 400. When you actually do the math behind it, it does actually average out to 400. So how many boxes does it take until you get some of these tokens? Given it's a 25% chance, roughly on average, it's 4. So the question becomes how many collection levels until you get one of these boxes? You get, in this section, I'm just going to keep the 12 collection levels for every reserve to keep it simple. So you get to the point where you're about 48 collection levels until you get tokens. And then how many collection levels do you get per week? We have this on a different spreadsheet. Basically, it's 131. I'm not going to go through this in depth, but essentially this is where it's at for the credit tracking. I'll go through this in depth in another video, but depending on your collection track averages and everything. It's about, I like to use 125, but it's 131 to go through there. So you get 131 collection levels, 132 per week when you're thinking about this. So the collection levels until you get the tokens is 48 pre-Series 3 complete. Then when you jump down to the post-Series 3 complete, you add this section here. So you'll see this is new. So you've got a 22.25 overall % chance to get 100 tokens. All of this stays the exact same. So that averages out to about 252. But you only need, it's about 2 boxes. Every 2 boxes, you get some tokens. So then it's every 25 collection levels, you get some tokens. Again, you've got the same amount of collection levels per week. So then when I'm looking at this and I kind of start sliding over to the other side, I focus on the per week, given that's what I've got over here. And I'm specifically looking at how much it averages out at, and then how many collection levels I get per tokens and how many per week. That's it. The collection levels per week over how many collection levels until I get a token times on average how much I get. And that's the same thing for the one below. Same formula where I'm actually doing that. So you get about 1,099 in this collection pre-Series 3 complete per week. When you're post, it's 1,300. And then so overall, over the course of the month, and this is the part I want to focus on. And again, if I've got any of this math kind of wonky, let me know, but this should generally be close. It really illustrates the point that we want to hammer in here. Either way, whether you're pre-Series 3 complete, you're only getting 4,700 tokens. If you are Series 3 complete, you get 5,700 tokens. Neither of these allow you to get a new card every month. Not one new card per month, which means you have to buy an offer to get one. We were talking about 3. So we're not even at 6,000. We're not even at 12,000 here. We were talking at a minimum needing 18,000 tokens to get new cards. So it becomes really critical for you to really think about how you want to spend these tokens. Do not spend these tokens willy-nilly. Make sure you really think about the card you want to get. If it's a new card, think about, is this card really going to be good? If you're not making content, maybe watch a content creator for a little bit, see how they're playing the card, see if it's something that you think you'd enjoy, and then make your decision, because these things are going to be really hard to come by. And this, again, for me personally, makes it so that I absolutely believe they need to do more for card acquisition in this game, or something with tokens to give us more, so that when these new cards come in, it's great that they have a shop section for it, but how am I ever supposed to actually be able to get that? I mean, this almost to the point where I'm like, did I do the math wrong here? Is this wrong? Is this math not add up right? Did I miss something? Because when I'm talking about 18,000 tokens needed per month, then how am I going to actually pull that off? You know, and I'm looking for, you know, this month's bundles per se as well. And, you know, we've got Throg at 3,000 tokens. And then there's this one where it's another 4,500 tokens from the tokens offer that's supposed to come sometime in April. But that's, I mean, that's 7,000 tokens. So that's one of the cards. How else am I even supposed to buy the other one? You know, like, is there going to be other offers? Maybe there will be. I don't know. I guess there's the Token Tuesdays. So when you come into the Token Tuesdays, every Token Tuesday, total amount of tokens you get there, that's 2,200. So now I'm at 6,000, 8,000. If I buy the rest of these up here, it's another 7,000. So I'm at like 15,000-ish. So I'm still not quite where I'm at every month. So look, I get that they need to make money. I always propose that they do things so that they can make money. I think that there needs to be something slightly adjusted with this. Again, let me know if this doesn't seem right, but the overall summary of this though is that once you're finished with Series 3, you get about 5,700 tokens per month, and then if you're not, you get about 4,700, which again isn't gonna move the dial much. I'm personally, after seeing this, really gonna question whether I'm gonna buy anything other than new card. I just, you know, I look at this and I'm like, well, I don't want to buy anything in Series 4. I need to save all of that tokens to get Thanos for sure. And then when I see new cards, like I would have loved to be able to buy Kitty Pride. I know she's broken right now, but Kitty Pride. When I come in here and I look at these other ones, all right, what other ones do I want to buy? I mean, maybe Jeff that month if I was to buy one, but I can't because I need to save up. So I have to skip that month altogether. And then the Nebula month, I probably going to want to get High Evolutionary. So right now for me, that's what I'm focused on saving for, is the High Evolutionary. And that's the way I think people are going to have to start thinking of, is unless you're a monster spender or you've been playing for an insanely long time and built up those 10 and 20K tokens, you're not going to be able to do any of this stuff. You've got to really save and go, that's the card I want in 2 months. I've got to start saving right now. So let me know if I missed anything in this. Hopefully this video has been helpful. If it has been, please consider hammering down on that like button, subscribing, etc., trying to grow the channel. Comment below. Let me know any of your thoughts. And until next time, I hope you have a wonderful day.